Welcome back to the Evolv Podcast. I'm Rhiannon.
And I'm your better host, Brendan.
All right, we'll leave it at that. But for now, pretty much what this podcast is all about is self-development, health and fitness, and our journey starting as brand new business owners.
Let's go. Make sure that you share this around because I'm telling you right now, this is the best podcast you've ever seen.
Enjoy, guys. Ciao.
All right. Welcome to the Evolv Podcast with Brendan and Rhiannon. Today, we have a very special guest. It's Matt Murray.
How do you remember the buttons?
I told you, it's color coordinations. Matt, welcome to the podcast. Thank you for coming on.
Thanks, boys. Thanks for having me.
No worries.
Now, we've got another issue that I want to raise straight off the bat. Like as soon as the podcast starts.
Oh, my God.
This is the the third time we've had one of our trainers on the podcast.
Yep.
And you're still not wearing a Dynamicrecov shirt.
I just didn't have
waiting for that.
I was waiting for that.
It's in the wash. I played with it on Tuesday at soccer and it got drenched.
Oh, these are excuses. now.
running excuses.
I can go put a shirt on now if you want to start this whole thing again. I can.
No, it's all good.
It's all good. Fuck, what the fuck? What a curveball. What? Like,
I knew when he mentioned it before, I was like, he's going to say it. I know he's going to say it. He's going to wait.
So even Matt knew I was going to do it.
Oh,
build
goodness. Well, if you stayed this long into the video and the podcast, stay tuned because it's going to be a bubbly one. Now, Matt, you are one of our trainers, but you're also one of our friends as well. Tell us what really got you kick-started and wanting to be a personal trainer?
Dude, I left school and honestly had no idea what was going on.
Yep.
As probably most people. And then my brother, shout out to Tom, he was like, come on, just come to the gym with me for a bit. All right, no worries. Went for a little bit and I was like, wow, surely there's a way to get paid for doing this. But that's when obviously, you know, social media, you see like Bradley Martin, all them. I'm like, wow, you know, it's not a bad gig. So I just looked up courses. And then D-Steph actually said that you guys mentioned you guys were trainers as well. I was like, oh, okay. Did my course, took a little bit longer, just because, you know, the whole party lifestyle kicked in. So had a bit of fun, was working at a pub, still am, surprisingly. And then, yeah, just picked it up, finished the course, and started.
There we go.
It's been great ever since.
There we go. And I want to touch back on that. So you only got to the gym after you left school.
Yeah.
I thought you started before.
No.
Wow, okay.
No. We had a school gym.
Yeah.
But like,
Wasn't into it then?
well, no, it was just like, just take the piss. But honestly, like you do 20 minutes in and then someone's getting a medicine ball thrown at them and it just kicks on from there.
I remember those years.
Yeah.
Yep.
It was never serious. But
I used to walk about my school gym at like 6 a.m. though. And it would just be like the what do you
high
call them?
grade games, high grade footy teams and that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Well,
the
I did
teachers
basketball in, well, I guess year 11, technically year 12, you're doing HSC at that point. First and seconds, and we had to go, you know, like 5:30 to like 7 a.m. most days.
Oh, wow.
And
So
then,
you were an elite athlete at school.
No. I played for a bit, and then something happened, which I won't mention, but stopped that, and then was still in that sort of camps and all that. Still had to go, but that was pretty intense there. There's a whole different training to like footy training. That's what sort of opened my eyes, like, wow, this is not, you know, like the deadlifting and the heavy squatting and all the military pro, all that stuff.
I would have been heaps different to what you were doing at footy, eh?
Straight mobility, pretty much.
Oh, really?
For like the first 45 minutes.
Oh, wow.
And then it's just a lot of power training, not footy power training, but like just stuff to get you like jumping better. And it's more to just stop
Like
injury from happening.
Box squats, box jumps, stuff like that.
It's just to stop injury. That's all he cared about.
Because you had like proper professional coaches and stuff like that, didn't you?
Yeah, they're all ex-footy players, ex-professional athletes that are now just running the gym, I guess. Did all their strength and conditioning, physios, all that now. But the gym was like bodge before. And then, of course, I left and they did a whole renovation. Now it's like state-of-the-art.
No, way after you left.
Yeah, we already had a pool, but it's a brand new pool, indoor gym, proper physio room, massage therapist now.
Wow.
So it's just great that they did that all.
Was this at your school or is it?
Yeah, at the school, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
at the school.
So they were preparing to create like the next generation of footy players.
They produce at least 2 every year. Like that go on to
what?
play like Waratahs or Wallabies or
No way.
Oh, really?
yeah.
So you
Yeah.
played rugby union, not
Yeah.
league.
Never touched league.
Yeah.
Actually, I did in primary school because it was available.
Yeah.
But so was union, and we just had like those little trial things. I ended up actually making it to, I think, state for rugby league. I don't know how.
Mm.
Like
Oh, wow.
honestly, because when
There
I'm a
you go.
kid, I didn't think I was at all that. Apparently, people thought different. But I don't know. I just never
But you got the
really.
physique for a footy player.
That's just the genetics. Didn't really have much of a choice there.
What's
But,
your What's your thought on genetics for like athletes? Do you reckon it's you're born into the sport or the sport chooses you?
It's 50-50. It just
Yeah.
depends because you can have, like, even in my year, there were some big kids and they were just not footy at all.
Yeah.
But when you gave them a ball, or they're in the lower teams, they'd score like 6 tries a game.
Yeah.
And then they try and get, verbaled by the coaches.
Yeah.
And I'm, nah, they're not about it. So I don't know. But then there's like, I don't know, if you look in the NBA, there's people that are 5'2" that have made it. So it just
Isn't
depends.
Steph
I think
Curry
it's
really
more.
small?
He's 6'3".
Shows how
But
much
he's
I know.
small for the NBA, yes.
That's what I was going to say. Yeah,
Yeah.
small for the NBA.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he looks really tiny compared to everyone else on the field. That's what I'm comparing it to.
Court.
Yeah, cool. Yeah.
What'd you say? The field?
That's the field.
Nice. Yeah, but 6'3" is small, which is,
Yeah,
Wow.
for the NBA though. That
yeah,
is.
for the NBA,
Because
yeah.
if you're 6'3" in Australia, you're just immediately called a basketball player.
Yeah, everyone just assumes. Or AFL now, I guess.
Yeah.
But union, I mean, it's a bit different because if you're 6'5", like you'd be playing second row unless you're like really quick. Or like a Joseph Sawali, he's like, I don't know, 6'2" plus. He plays fullback, he's agile,
Yeah.
he's quick. So it just depends, I guess. On like,
Depends on what you're skilled at, sort of
yeah.
thing.
It's also your growth.
Mm.
Like if you've played footy
Your
forever,
whole life, sort of thing.
you
Yeah.
kind of merge into positions. Like you could start out playing in the backs and then end up in the forwards.
Yeah,
It's
but
just,
do you feel like, because I have this thing where I believe that the sport chooses you, you don't choose the sport. So like, I feel like if I grew up and I was like, oh, I love footy, love footy, love footy, I don't think my body would have ever adapted to that. If that makes sense.
yeah,
Yeah.
Well, I mean, my dad, brother, his uncle, everyone, they all played footy. So
Yeah.
I don't want to say I didn't have a choice, but like
You didn't have a choice.
not really. But your parents like put you into what they
The
think.
sport,
Like parents don't put people. All my clients have kids. Like he's never playing footy. In my head, I'm like, because I mean, I love it, but I'm like, why?
Yeah.
Nah, he's playing soccer. It's too dangerous.
Mm.
Like, every sport's dangerous. That's
Mm.
Yeah, every
like,
sport's dangerous.
anything can happen. Like,
I've seen people break their legs in soccer. You
or
know?
golf, you can look at Tiger. Like there's all injuries that
Tear
can
the
happen
shoulder
from
blades
anything.
off. Yeah.
Just because there's no contact, or like there is contact in soccer. I don't think people realize that. Like there is contact.
Mm.
Yeah.
Obviously, you're not getting smashed, but
Oh,
there's
it
still
depends who you're
contact.
playing against. If you're playing against me, you get smashed.
Yeah. All right.
You
bro.
go about 6 foot to the right.
Yeah. Nice.
But then again, I've also been floored by like someone that was like 5'5" or something.
Oh, I'm telling you, like
It's the center of
halfbacks.
gravity, bro. Like,
Halfbacks, they're all short. They can tackle and they can hit hard. Trust me.
well, hookers as well, like that position, they do the most tackles a game, and they're usually like one of the smallest people on the field too.
Yeah, they're just
Yeah.
meatheads.
Yeah.
Try and have a
meatheads.
conversation with most of them. It's
Well, the hookers really.
hard to
They're
struggle.
usually the smartest people on the field too, but
For
like in
footy,
league.
yeah, but for life, their brain's fried. Yeah.
I wanted to touch back on you being a prime athlete, as Brendan mentioned.
no, an elite athlete.
Sorry, an elite athlete. I wanted to touch on the routine. Did you enjoy the routine at that age?
As in sport or in
Yeah,
general?
like,
Because you said you started at like 6 till 7:30, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. Well, the school, I stayed there, so weekly boarding. I don't know. I went to Joey's.
Yeah.
Weekly boarding. So I'd get there on Sunday night. You'd go to sleep, get up, I don't know, like 7:30ish. Go, they have breakfast ready for you. So you just get up, get ready, go to breakfast, come back, and then sort of just wait till the first period. In the later years, we added homeroom. I know you guys, I don't know if you had that the
Yep.
whole
Yeah,
time.
we had
We
homeroom as
never
well.
used to.
Yeah.
Until like year 11. So that was like one thing you just
That
had
was
to
such
go.
a drag though.
Yeah. I don't know, year 12, we were in our own common room, bro. So we just played ping pong until the bell went.
Oh,
and
that's mad.
Yeah.
We used to do handball.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was never a sit down, read a book. I don't know how the younger years did it, but they didn't care. They're like, just go here and sit in the room until you have to go.
Mm.
And then first period, second period, then we have recess, and then third, fourth, lunch, fifth, sixth, and then straight
You had
after
6?
school, 6 periods. Yeah,
Wow.
no matter what
Only
the
had
day
5.
was. Yeah, no matter what the day was, 6 periods, and then we would
So you're pretty smart then.
nah, nah, bro. That's one thing. Talk about like choosing a sport. Yeah, the academics did not choose me. I promise it was not. Like it wasn't hard work, but I don't know.
How was the weekly boarding? Like, how did that work? So you were there for
Yeah, Sunday to Saturday. So typical Friday was like very chill. Same thing, 6 period finish. Or during the week, if you had sport, you'd go straight to training. If you didn't, it was like a very boring hour. You just go do it, touch footy, whatever's free. If it was somewhere, you go in the pool, whatever. Just don't be annoying for an hour.
Yeah.
Come back. Then we have dinner. And then we go do study from like 6:30 till like 8. And then we'd go up, go back to our dorms, get ready and go to bed. That was every day. Year 7,
pretty chill.
8, 9 was a lot more strict.
Yep.
Year 10 wasn't too bad because we studied in our dorms instead of classrooms. Year 11 was a bit better, but very troublemaker year 11 for everyone. And then year 12 was
it's like that year 10, 11 period.
yeah, it was bad.
Yeah.
We say we weren't bad, but yeah,
Yeah.
there was a
Look back on
lot
You
of
think back and you're like,
there was a lot of
I made
late
some weird
nights writing
decisions there.
lines and
yeah.
yeah, getting in trouble the next day because we were out of bed and all that stuff. But it was fun. Like year 7, I didn't enjoy the boarding because like it's a whole new thing.
Yeah.
Primary school was 5 minutes from my house. Walking, seeing the boys,
How
went to
did-
Joey's with no one I knew besides one person.
Yeah.
Who lived near me, but even he went to a different primary school at the end. So it was like I didn't really know anyone. Then year 8 was good. That's when everyone sort of comes together.
Yep.
They all break from everyone they all know
Yeah,
and
yeah.
they just move around. Year 9 was boring. Like it wasn't exciting. Year 10 gets better. Year 11 good. Then year 12 was like the best.
Mm.
But we had COVID though.
Do you feel?
Oh, were you in COVID in year 12?
Yeah,
Oh, really?
the first COVID.
Yeah.
So it was bad because no one knew what was going on, but not as bad as the next year.
Yep.
Mm.
So we kind of got off a little bit better. Like we got to go back to the school earlier,
Yeah.
and then have the whole school to ourselves for like 3 weeks because
Oh,
we had
that's
like
mad.
HSC and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, so
Did you find that the weekly boarding at that age created a bit of a disciplinary person in yourself moving forward in life?
yes, as much as it was annoying at the start, it just becomes like sec back your hand. Like you have to be this place at this time. If you're not,
Yep.
then you know you're
You
in
fall
trouble
behind
because
sort
they
of
know
thing.
everything.
Yep.
Like and yeah,
Well,
no, it
you
was
live
good.
at the school, so you can't really get out of it, right?
Yeah.
Mm.
Oh, well, we used to. I mean, there's loopholes in everything. There's always loopholes, and we used them as much as we could. But like at that point, like doing everything you do all day, when it hits like 8, 9 p.m., you're so tired. So
Mm.
it doesn't really matter. You just go to bed, and then the next day you just wake up and do it all again.
Far out.
Yeah.
So was your school very tailored to sport? Like, was that a big thing of your school? So you were doing footy the whole time you were at school?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like summer, winter. So
Summer,
winter,
winter.
we'd play footy. Summer, man, I dabbled in everything.
cricket, basketball,
Started with cricket, went to water polo.
water polo even.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And then I
okay.
played water polo for a bit, and then I just finished with basketball.
But your main sport was always footy, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, so from year 7 to 12, you said that you were in firsts and seconds.
Nah,
Which-
so year 7 to 12, it's like you go 13, 14s, 15s, 16s.
Yep.
There's A's to G's, whatever. The first
Okay.
couple of years, like, look, it's a very political school. I hope I don't get in trouble for saying this, but it is. If your dad played high-level sports, no
Then
matter
you
if the
play
kid
high level.
was,
Shit.
he'd be picked in the A's or B's.
Okay.
It was very political all the way up, even in the first and seconds.
Wow.
So
okay.
I didn't play first and seconds
It's
footy.
like that in every sport. I
Yeah.
feel.
Look, I don't know if I tried my hardest if I could even make our first team because those players were different.
Well, you
Like
said
different.
like 2 players a year make it into the Wallabies and stuff.
Yeah.
So that's pretty.
Well, we have a
Intense.
kid in my year playing Aussie Sevens.
There we
2
go.
actually. Another one is, oh no, they're both playing Aussie Sevens. Some are playing for the Waratahs.
Yeah.
Far out.
And then some like pop up out of nowhere randomly, like playing golf over in Asia, and bro, yeah, it's weird.
Fair enough.
Yeah, you just see it, but
Well, you
most of
made
the people were
You made
humble.
it pretty high though, didn't you?
Not in footy, no.
Oh, not in footy. Okay.
More socials. It was more fun. It's
Yeah.
too political. Once you get up top there, it's too political.
Mm.
So you got to the top and then you were like, oh, this isn't really for me.
Yeah,
And
you
then,
just go up, and then you realize like the coaches, they just have their own agendas,
Yeah.
and they don't care
Yeah.
what
Mm.
if they're doing is right or wrong. They
Ha-
don't care.
How did you pick that at such a young age? Like that's
It was everyone picked it.
yeah.
You just like this whole school list, everyone in your year, and you just know who's who. Like
Mm.
you've got the footy heads, the
Mm.
footy group. You just know them. Like our year was actually good. None of them were, I'd say, arrogant. Maybe a couple. But they were always good. But like they were just there from year 7, so
Yeah.
they just adapted to that.
Yeah. Okay.
So you just knew before the teams even come out. You just know who's gonna
who's
make
getting
it.
picked and all that kind of stuff. Yeah. Because me and Ray went to very WOG dominant schools. So probably 50% of our year group is like soccer players,
Yeah. Well, you had
which is true.
you have what's his name? Plays for the Panthers. He was
Yeah.
in Huey's year. Oh no, your brother's year.
My brother's year.
Yeah. Oh, this is so bad. I don't know.
Oh,
Paul Alamotti.
That's the one.
Oh, and Molly.
And he won the Prem.
Yeah, bro, he's a
I just said that name fucked up again. How do you say it again?
Alamotti.
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 That's
Yeah.
the one.
But
He's a
he
beast, right?
actually, I don't know if this is true, but I heard that he went to Newington, which is who we versed in the GPS, for like a week, and then
I think he came back tomorrow.
just said fucked
Yeah.
and came back,
He's like,
which is
stuff this, going
understandable.
back to Marist.
Yeah,
Mm.
understandable. I mean, he's made it anyway, so
Mm.
it doesn't.
He was
really
good
matter.
enough.
But
No,
most make it.
yeah.
He played
There we
30
go.
seconds. Joseph Sawali went to Kings. He's my age. We saw him. You can just tell who's
Mm.
just
Who's going to
different.
make it,
Yeah.
sort of thing. Yeah.
Yeah, who's
So
different.
did you kind of know at a specific time that you didn't know you weren't going to make it, or you just weren't passionate enough to push yourself?
Wasn't passionate enough, honestly. Like our year was so good at sports that it was like harder than most years. Like if
So
I
you
went
kind
back
of knew,
now,
like, okay, I'm not at the same level as these guys. So you're like, there's no point in me pushing for it. I'm just going to do it more.
because
as
they're
a
already
social
there.
thing.
Yeah,
Okay.
they're already
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
Like, again, the team's already.
It's already picked. Yeah.
Yeah. Especially we had a lot of dads that played.
High level and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're like,
I'll see him soon for our 5-year reunion. So I don't know if they'll ever hear this, but yeah, we already knew. I mean, there's no hiding it. Like
Mm.
they knew as well. So
I feel
Yeah.
like it's the same with every sport though. Like I'm sure the soccer people in your school had the same experience, right?
Yeah.
There were probably guys like me and Ree. They were like, yeah, we're not as good as these guys. Let's stop playing.
Yeah.
yeah, well, I mean, that like then you got people training on the outside,
Doing extra sessions.
and they
doing
have
one-on-one.
connections to, high level people. 'cause
Yeah.
they're of their
One-on-one
dad.
coaching and
Yeah,
PT,
all that
stuff
proper,
like that. Yeah.
proper coaching. They'd come in on the school holidays. I'm not doing that. I'm not going back to school on the school holidays, mate. But but they all lived around the school. Like, I mean, I didn't live far away, but like 40 minutes. Like, I'm not
Mm.
doing that just to train. I can just go to the
Yeah.
park and do that. Like, it's
Yeah.
no different.
It's good that you say park. So you become a mobile PT with us, right?
Yeah.
What made you make that transition from like the sporting life to wanting to be a PT? You mentioned it was something to do with your brother. But
Yeah, I just got to the point where I looked at myself like outside of school and I was like, I need to change. I thought, let's go to the gym. And then I did. Then I got addicted to it. I think as most young people do, they get majorly addicted to it. And then I just thought, let's go. Let's try it. Why not? I had nothing else to do. I wasn't going to uni. I couldn't handle uni. And just thought, well, let's try this.
Mm.
And then it worked out.
there we go.
Did it. And I
You feel
never
like-
imagined myself doing mobile because, to be honest, I didn't really know it existed. Like, you
Mm.
would see it though, like your mum,
Training at the park.
like
and
back
stuff
in the
like that.
day, would be like, oh, I got a session, and then you go to like a boot camp.
Yep.
There's like 18 different
At the
mums
local
there.
park
Yeah,
sort of
all the
thing.
kids are sitting there. I'm sitting
Yep.
like, why am I here? But yeah, no, it was sort of started from that, and then I heard you guys are doing it, and then obviously my missus knows your sister, and
There we go.
we all know mutuals.
Yeah.
Funny that.
But
Yeah.
What created that little like spark for you to get into the gym? Because you mentioned your brother got you into the gym for that first session, but
Yeah.
what kept you going? Because I feel like you have a lot of clients that you basically have to create that motivation for them, and it takes them even years. You've had clients for more than a few years now.
Mm.
So how do you create that but you've created that motivation for other people. How did you find it yourself?
It's more from my brother probably. I look up to him and he was like, "Come on, let's go." And he's very like routine focused. Like if he says he's going, there's probably a good chance that he is. So then I would just
So he follows through with his
yeah,
words
like
and
I'd
things.
wait for him to get home, and then if he says I'm ready, he's like, "All right, let's go."
Yeah.
So and me knowing that he's coming home, and we're gonna go to the gym, like I was like, I already accepted it. Like let's go, and that's back to the clients. A lot of them like if they know I'm coming, like they'll go.
Okay.
That's their
So
motivation.
you basically recreated what was created for you.
Yeah.
Anyway, that environment for someone else.
Yeah, it's just verbals.
Oh,
Because
there
like
we go.
there's probably sometimes I won't message you saying that I am coming, but like I'll be there, and then
It sets the foundation.
it's either if they message back saying like, "Are you coming?" And nah, if not, I don't. And I just show up, and then they're always there. So
I feel like that's been our catchphrase, the three of us, since you started.
wow.
The verbals.
Verbals, of course. That's all it takes. That's what it is. It's a mind game. Even fitness, it's a mind game.
It all is a
Just
mind
doing
game.
it.
Just doing the thing.
Yeah, like it's not hard. Let's be real.
Just do it.
It's really not that hard. Like
It's
to
not.
get into a gym or actually, for some people, yes, it's more of a confidence thing.
Yeah.
Because they don't like being watched training.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I just feel like you just go whenever I go there and put my headphones in, like I'm in my own world.
Yeah.
So no one around me exists.
How would you describe to someone like to put their headspace into yours? Because obviously it's a little bit harder than just saying go and do it.
Bro, good luck. My
Yeah.
head's Good
But
luck
like-
getting into my head.
100%.
Like,
Bit of
because
a
you've
spin.
created
Like-
discipline.
Huh?
You've created discipline in yourself. Because you're like, you just say to yourself, hey, I'm going to the gym, and you just turn up. But I
Yeah.
feel like not many people, what we're saying, have that.
Yeah, well, it's obviously hard nowadays with how the world is, to be honest.
Yeah.
Like with inflation, all that cost of everything going up, for people to actually cop paying the money for a gym membership or whatever it is.
Yep.
So they think that like, oh, it's not,
Not feasible.
yeah, it's not a necessity. I don't need this, but they actually do need it because they're just going to go downhill
Very quickly.
very quickly.
Trying fad diets or trying those
Yeah.
6-week cuts.
But yeah, again, it's like, oh, I tried this and it didn't work. I'm like, I was like, did you keep going? No, it didn't work. All right, well, let's try this.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Oh, I feel better in a week.
There you
Yeah,
go.
let's keep going then.
Yeah.
That's just the verbal. It's the mind game. It's like
Yeah.
it's kind of preparing your clients for like their future by letting them know now where their future could be if they don't start now.
Yeah.
And I don't want to say it scares them, but kind of hoping it does. Because also that keeps them on with me and that keeps them going. Because I'm not there for a paycheck, to be honest. I'm actually there to help.
Help these people.
Yeah, because they don't understand it. That's why I'm there.
Yeah.
So if I can help someone even a little bit, like even if someone's shoulders are out of place, like their right shoulder's stronger than their left, me seeing them even that out makes me happy.
What was your first initial thought on becoming a PT, and what were you thinking going into it? Was it like obviously to help people in the beginning, or what was your mindset around it prior to becoming a trainer?
I just honestly, this is bad, but I thought it was just an easy way to make money.
Yeah.
Because like you see other
And
PTs,
a lot of people think that.
they're driving the nice cars and
Yeah.
they're like having a great life.
Online
then you-
training
yeah,
and
exactly.
they just distinguish themselves away from face to face, and they just go to the online space.
Yeah, living
And it
in
looks
Bali
easy.
and that looks
It
so
looks
easy.
Yeah.
It is not.
Yeah.
To be honest, it's not. Because
But
once
you
you
respect
meet,
them more, though, when you start doing it.
yeah, well, once you meet the person, you realize like, oh, like they're here for a reason. They obviously want help. I have to give it 110 because like if I don't take the piss, then they fall off, and then they realize one day like, wow, this isn't working.
Yeah. That's
And then
powerful.
I've
'Cause-
lost a client, which is like not a main thing, but like I've lost the person's like ability to understand that
Yeah.
they need this. It's weird, but that's just how I think it.
It's how I think it as well. I
Yeah.
think when you lose a client, I think client retention is something that we obviously all speak about a lot, but learning about the client and their own headspace and learning how to read them is such an important, vital role of what we do.
Of course.
And if you don't do that, then you lose a connection with someone that actually wants to help.
Yeah.
And you lose track of like, you had these goals. You said you wanted to lose 5 kilos. You said you wanted to lose it, but now you're wanting to stop because you don't feel like it's the right move for you. That's fine. I'm still here to help if need be.
Yeah, of course. And even like I've said to most, if not all of the clients that I've had, like, look, in 5 years' time, whatever, wherever we are at that point, like if you ever need like advice or anything, just send me a message, honestly, because I don't care. Like I'll answer the questions, which I don't know. I just feel like will help them understand that it's like, oh wow, like this guy actually cares. There's a lot of P2s, even when I was doing my prac, like in the gym, like I cannot believe people pay them for like pay them because they're just like laying on the floor, like they don't care. They're not even watching their clients train.
Yeah. Counting while they're scrolling on their phone.
Oh, dude, it's wild. Like even like why does gym hire you? And then I don't know, there's again, that's politics as well.
Yeah.
Depends what the gym is.
So we can have a little debate about it.
Yeah.
And be like, oh, this guy, that guy, this guy, that guy.
I'm not
like,
going to name drop the gym.
no name dropping or anything like
Yeah.
that. But I feel like it's something that a lot of PTs, they go into the role and they're just like, cool, let's get started. The mind games start playing at such an early stage of your career, we'll call it, that you actually don't know how to anticipate what's going to happen next. And obviously when you started, your whole mindset has changed on what a personal trainer is. How would you describe your journey from when you became a PT to where you are now? And what's the biggest like life lessons that you've learned along the way?
Oh, when I first started, I expected to be given everything, you know what I mean? Like clients, like straight off the bat.
Yep.
But then you learn like that's not how it is. Like you also have to
Work
be
for
patient.
Yep.
And then like even like throughout, it's just growth. Like from when I first started to now, like I feel like I can talk to anyone and any person. Also, like working in the pub did help because you deal with
You conversate with people.
everyone,
Yeah.
drunk or sober.
Yeah.
Even calming situations or helping people that you know are struggling.
Yeah.
So now like any consult to me is like nothing. It's just trying to convince them that like, listen, let's go, like let's do this. I'm here for a reason. But yeah, probably growth, to be honest.
Yeah.
That's like the main thing that's probably happened. I feel like I've grown up a lot.
100%.
Mad. I
But,
like that.
Yeah.
And
And they're all older as well.
Yeah.
Like there's no young
all of
people.
our clients are usually older.
Yeah, so
Like
it's
that
like-
25 to 45
Yeah.
or even 50.
Like you got from ranging from 30 to 60 almost.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like if you actually listen to them and like talk to them, like I talk to all my clients, ask them every time they're, how's their day, how they're doing, what have they got on for the weekend. Like there's always a story.
You learn about your personality a lot as well.
Yeah,
Like,
of course.
Talking to these people, you're like,
Yeah.
oh, I did this today. And it's kind of like self-teaching as well
Yeah.
and growth, which is exactly
Because
what
like
you
2
mentioned.
years ago, my clients were just random people I never knew existed.
Yeah.
And then now
They're like,
I'm
you
training
see them every week.
You see them every week. And you got
If
their
they're
phone
away, they're
The
numbers.
away.
same
Yeah.
people, the same times, every single week on
You
repeat.
got their phone numbers.
Yeah.
They text you. Like, when I get a text from my client, I'm like, oh no, what's happened?
Yeah.
And it's always like, hey, can we change the session to an hour earlier? I'm
Mm.
like, let me see. Yeah, sweet.
check
no
my
worries.
schedule.
Yeah, let me see.
I got you, man.
But yeah,
We
One
had
thing-
someone on the podcast recently who was he's a PT himself, and he was talking about exactly what we were talking about before. Those trainers that you saw that you felt like, hey, these people shouldn't be actually out there training clients.
Yeah.
He made a distinction between a trainer and a coach. And he said there's a massive difference between a trainer and a coach. A trainer is someone that can repeat a system. So they create like a program, let's say, and they basically give out that program to every single one of their clients. They're like, hey, this is your weight loss program. This is your strength program. And they already preloaded these things, chuck it at them, and there's not really any coaching involved. Whereas a coach would go and see their client, exactly what you were saying before. You'd actually dive deep into who that person is, find out more about what they want to achieve,
Develop the relationship.
develop that relationship, and that becomes more of a coach.
wow. I'm not gonna lie, I thought it was just all one thing.
Yeah. A lot of people actually
Yeah.
think that.
I thought it was just the same
And
thing.
you know what? We'll
'Cause
probably get hosed for it in the like the shorts that we put out, and like, oh no, they're both the same thing. I think a lot of people
They're definitely not, but
they're definitely
Nah,
not
now
because
that you put it that way, I've seen a lot of trainers.
Yeah.
Not many
Exactly.
coaches.
yes.
yeah,
I started off just
I thought
as a
you had to.
trainer.
Anyway, that's different. But like
You thought you
tailor
had
the
to what?
program to the person, not just say like, oh, you want to lose weight? Oh, here's a simple program.
that's
Yeah,
What if the
essentially
person can't do the exercises?
And then
Like, what if they realize that they can't actually squat and you
Like
give them
you-
squats to do,
like
and
you
then they
learn
get hurt
about
from it?
regression.
those trainers will probably stress out.
Yeah. Dude. Wow. Yeah. No, it's well, it makes sense.
Yeah.
But if
That's
you
why
tell
we work
someone,
with
like,
coaches, and that's what
Yeah.
something that we like to solidify, because everyone that works with us definitely does exactly what you're saying. They go empathetic with the clients, and that's why we have clients that are on with us for years rather than just a few weeks.
Yeah. Well, they are a person in a day. They're not a number.
But that's what a trainer would see someone as sometimes,
As
and
a number,
a coach
yeah.
would see them as an asset
individual.
to them and an individual to themselves at times. Because think about all the people that you've met along the journey of since you started with us to now.
You can probably name all of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
actually
see?
think I could.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like that's the different type of connection between a coach and a trainer.
Yeah.
Brendan said this to me and it really impacted me. He said, if you see yourself as your own client to begin with and you train how you would train others, then the way you create the relationship with your client will just be how you treat yourself in a training session, in eating the right foods, creating the right habits and developing that sort of thing.
Of course.
Have you seen that with some of your clients and yourself along your journey of being a PT?
That's usually how I mean, it's a bit different. Like, I don't know. To me, it's like I wouldn't train as like my clients.
I'm talking about like the consistency of you, like,
Yeah,
you know, you need to go
I
to the
definitely
gym.
wouldn't
of
train your
course.
clients the same way
No,
you
no,
train
no,
yourself.
not the
No,
same.
no.
I'm saying
Like
the
he gets full locked in and he's like, I'm doing squats, bro.
I'm in my own world.
Nah, it's more like I understand the point, yeah.
Yeah.
But that's just second nature. That's just how I always treated it.
Yeah.
That's why, I mean, that's how probably, now that I think about it, shout out to the the person who did my prac with me. That's how he taught us.
Yep.
So like to me, it was like, oh, this is normal. Like how between the coach and the trainer, like we were taught as a coach, not a trainer.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
So like, that's why I always thought like, oh,
This is
I
what
thought the
PT
coach
is.
and the trainer was like,
The same thing.
yeah, I didn't know
Yeah.
there was a massive distinction between the two.
Yeah.
But
But it takes years for people to understand the difference between it.
yeah,
But now you understand this right off the bat because you are one.
yeah,
Yeah.
Well, again, that's just how I thought it was.
Mm.
Can't
But
believe
see,
people are like that.
clients will never understand that difference.
No.
You know, we can try to explain it to them, but they will never actually see it unless they actually experience it themselves.
Yeah.
Which is why we're honing in on building that rapport, making sure that you actually create that success plan and all those kind of things that they will understand, hey, this is actually someone looking at my life and then creating a program based on that rather than creating the program and just giving it to me.
Yeah. Oh, well, yeah. Again, it's like, well, they're a human, so they're also paying. But like every train is different. And I think that like if you went to train one of my clients and I went to train yours, like it'd be a different feeling.
And both of them probably won't like it.
Yeah.
Because your clients have gotten used to your training philosophies.
But
My
they don't
client-
want to change.
Exactly.
Like,
So
they
if I
even
came
said-
in, they'll be
yeah.
like, I don't like this.
Yeah, because
I don't like this mobility
it's a
shit.
different person. Yeah. I feel it. Yeah. Bro, no one likes the mobility, trust me. No
Hey,
one
my
likes
clients
it.
do.
Bro,
Sometimes.
I'm trying to tell them that it's like a good thing for them. No, because they think if they're not sweating or getting smashed that it's a waste.
Yeah.
And I'm pulling my hair out like, oh my god, like no, like you need this. You need to do this. I was like, all right, let's just turn it down
Even
to
if it's
2
just a little bit
exercises.
sometimes, you know?
Let's just turn it down to 2 exercises. And we'll just do that. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's a bit better. God.
How do you go about training people to not think that personal training is just all about sweating and losing the weight or gaining the muscle?
Oh, I don't know. I guess I'm very like forward, I guess. So I kind of just say like, look, I'm going to build you this program. We're going to trial it for a week and then we'll see how you feel. So like, I don't want to say give them a choice. Obviously in the consults, I'll ask them like, what don't you like doing? And it's just always burpees. I'm like, yeah, fair enough. Like that's
Always
it. But-
burpees.
and no one likes burpees. No one will do burpees. And then I might forget and then give them burpees and they don't say anything. I'm like, oh, you didn't like that? Oh, wow, well, you did it. Wasn't that bad, was it? Sorry, what was the question again?
The question was, I've even forgotten it myself. It was,
Coaching them to think that,
yeah, how do you get them out of that headspace that personal training is just all about sweating and losing weight and muscle gain and all that?
to me, I just explain to them sort of what they need and like how we can get there. And that like running on a treadmill isn't just going to lose weight or help you in that way. It's like you work in an office, like I'm you know,
It's all up top. How
yeah,
you train the brain,
of course.
how you create those habits, how you be disciplined, how you learn to create routine in your life.
Yeah.
Like,
How do you train the brain, Ree?
Matt actually was telling me about this on Saturday. I was going to ask you
Oh,
about
no.
it. No, I'm going to ask you because it was actually really interesting. I never actually thought about it and it's funny I say think about it, but we were speaking on Saturday about meditation and how important it is to like be one with yourself. And
You were surprised that that was me saying this.
yeah,
as well.
yeah. I was full shocked. I was like, sorry, am I speaking to Matt?
Do you meditate?
No, I started like
Yeah.
maybe 3 weeks ago. I didn't think about it, but my mate, I don't know if you listen to this, but George, he's got me onto a lot of things.
Yeah.
And it's more like how the like meditation and really understanding all the stuff. I'm very new to it, so I probably couldn't explain it to you. But just how it all helps like your day-to-day life.
Yeah.
And also like seeing things in the future, like seeing yourself
Like
in the
sort of like
future.
manifesting?
Yeah.
Okay.
I hate that word. I'm not gonna lie to you. Manifesting. I do
Yeah.
not like the word manifesting, but it's
I don't
pretty
like
much.
the word either, to be honest.
Yeah, but it's
'Cause it
manifesting.
sounds very like voodoo.
yeah, yeah. Sounds like something else, but I can't say it. But
Yeah, say it.
no,
drop-
no, I
drop
can't.
it.
You can
No,
say
I
we'll
promise.
just we'll cut it out.
No, just I don't want to say feminine. I don't know how this world.
No, I know what you mean, but
Yeah,
it's
like,
very
I don't know
like
how people react
fluffy.
to
It's
it.
a fluffy way of saying
manifesting
it.
just sounds so female.
Foodie.
Yeah.
I
Just say
can't-
foodie.
Yeah,
Sounds very foodie.
it sounds very
Man-
fruity.
Yeah. Manifesting is foodie.
Yeah, manifesting is.
We'll just say
fruity.
that.
Yeah, we'll leave it at that. It pretty much is like it is
Yeah.
manifesting. But
Some
it's-
would say that meditating is foodie too.
Yeah, of course. But try it. Just don't say manifesting. No, but no, meditating, I don't know. It's good.
When you say meditating, do you mean like practicing like visualization techniques and
Breathing
breathing and all that kind of stuff? Yeah.
it's just all integrated into one.
Okay.
So like
You do yoga.
you
as well?
try and put yourself, you just find a spot anywhere. It doesn't matter. It's in the morning, night, in your room, on your bed, before you go to bed, anything like that. And you just sit there and there's a bloke, he's on Spotify. You put your headphones in and he just talks to you.
it's
Oh, so you do
guided.
guided.
Yeah, guided
Okay,
meditation. Yeah,
yeah.
but there's different other ways. That's what I started with because
Yeah.
that's what my mate said
Well,
to
that's
do.
the best way to get into it,
Yeah,
to do the guided ones.
it's a very easy way because then there's a lot of other things that get into it. You have to read into it and actually understand
Mm.
what you're
There's
trying
a
to
lot
do. Because people
deeper.
would just think that you sit there meditating like, oh, this was nothing.
Yeah.
You didn't say anything. You're just sitting there with your eyes closed, thinking
Mm.
about your day. You know what I mean? Like it's
Yeah, exactly.
there's a lot deeper than that.
I
But yeah,
did-
you just
I
sit
did
there
get
and-
deep into it at one point. This was like probably like a few years ago, 2-3 years ago now, where I was doing the guided stuff, and I eventually passed the barrier from doing guided to doing it self, like without
Yeah.
having that guided meditation in my ears type of stuff. And then I'd go to locations, do hikes, and then do some meditation in those locations as well. But it was once I passed that barrier, once I went from guided to doing it by myself, I think I only lasted maybe a month when I was doing it by myself where I kind of fell off. I felt like, and this is very similar to fitness, when you have like a big goal that you're trying to achieve, then you hit that goal, then there's nothing else there.
Yeah,
So you're
just
like,
let's
oh,
go.
I did it.
Yeah.
Because my whole goal in my head was, oh, I want to get to a point where I can meditate by myself without having any guided meditation in my ear sort of thing. Got there and I fell off straight away. It's like someone that tries to achieve a pull-up, they get their pull-up, they're like, oh, I did it.
Yeah, yeah.
And they fall off from there.
Oh, let's go for 5 now, champ, not 1.
Exactly. I should have been
but
like,
what was the
let's
main
go for 10
goal?
minutes. Pardon?
What was your big goal that you hit though?
My main goal was to be able to do 10 minutes without having to, without need, like, of being completely closed off from the world.
Right.
in a
Okay.
way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Without having
the
these thoughts
main goal
running and
should
all
have
that kind of
been
stuff.
something way, way deeper than that.
Yeah,
and
100%.
way bigger.
I should have had a bigger goal in
Like a
it.
Dynamicrecov gym, whatever it may be.
Yeah.
Something that's like in the future.
Type C.
Yeah, type C, exactly.
So I didn't have a type C. I was
So
just
you
thinking
achieved
type A.
type A goal.
Yeah.
Where it's like it took
That
you
short term.
not long at all.
It was probably like 3 to 5 months, something like that.
Yeah, like that's
That's still
this
the
is
short
compared
term.
to years.
Yeah.
Like you want to put yourself in like that point deep down where like I don't want to say like dimension. It's not like you're taking acid or something and you're saying, you know, you're in a different world.
But essentially you kind of are.
You're
'cause-
just seeing yourself in the future. So you are right now, and then you see yourself in the future and what you look like
Yeah.
and where you are
You're
and what you're
essentially
doing.
putting yourself into like a dream state, but you're still
Yeah.
awake at the same time.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're just seeing it, and then that gives you that drive.
Manifestation.
Yes. Yes, I guess.
Picturing the future.
Pretty much. You just
Yeah.
see yourself, but like that takes ages. But then once you see that or accomplish that, that's the type A goal. Sweet. Now let's work to the type C goals.
Yeah.
But you also got to make another type A goal, B goal, all that.
So you
To
have
get to
to,
it.
the same in fitness, you have to constantly, once you hit a goal, you have to recreate another one. So then you're constantly trying to get better and better
That's all it is.
from 1 pull up to 5.
Yeah, but that's
5 to
like
10.
it's very normal. But that's why you have long term and short term goals. Your long term is the one where you really want to achieve.
And the short term is just like
It's just
subheadings
steps.
of the big
Yeah,
one.
It's
Yeah.
just building blocks up to
Like
that.
a marathon is a big one and 5Ks is a short term
Yeah,
in a way.
but it's like people, like everyone that you meet, they want to lose weight, even if they're 48 kilos. They all want to lose weight for whatever reason. I feel like that's just how the world is now. Everyone just wants to lose weight, but like sometimes it's healthy, sometimes it's not. But their goal, like if they're someone to lose 10 kilos because I'm going to a wedding in 3 months, like, in your head, I'm like, oh,
Yeah. You can kind of depict like how realistic their goal is.
yeah,
Just from like asking them, what is your goal? And then dissecting what their main goal is.
yeah,
5 kilo weight loss, or just weight loss to begin with. Let's start with that, weight loss. Then you go deeper into the question, it's 5 kilos. Why 5 kilos? It's 5 kilos because I've got a wedding in 3 months.
yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, apart from the wedding in 3 months, what do you think you're going to do now long term to initiate that consistency that you always wanted in your life, that you
Yeah.
initially
Like
came to us?
Adrian podcast in Melbourne. I think he said it's like, why didn't you come to me earlier?
Yeah, the 2 months
Like,
one.
bro,
Yeah.
like-
Someone came to him and said that they wanted to lose 10 kilos or 20 kilos in 2 months.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're not magicians.
No,
Yeah,
no.
we're not.
Unfortunately, we can't click our fingers and make you
And we
lose
can't
20
just
kilos.
change your mindset.
No,
just
we
like
can
that.
help you get there,
Mm.
Yeah.
but you're also the one doing it.
Mm.
That's the biggest thing.
But also, that's exactly a type A goal as well, because that's exactly like my meditation goal. Once it hits that wedding, what's going to happen?
Yeah.
They've hit their goal, or maybe they didn't even hit their goal, but they're at the wedding now. What's going to drive them to continue?
Yeah.
Us
That's what
as
we're
trainers.
PTs.
PTs.
Get yourself a PT.
Yeah.
From
Well,
Dynamicrecov.
I mean-
Get yourself a coach. I think that's the big theme of like today's podcast is like, get yourself a coach.
Yeah, coaching is different to
Because
PT.
coaching can very drastically change your perception on like what training is for.
exactly.
The whole purpose behind training is to make yourself feel better consistently within yourself, and not only for others, but like how you carry yourself, how you carry your posture, how you speak to people, how you conversate. It's a very big role that we play in people's lives
100%.
that can ultimately
Shape who they
shape
become.
who they are and put them in the right direction.
I've
Like
actually
s-
changed a lot of our messaging now to coach rather than trainer.
I've seen that.
Oh, yeah.
I've noticed that.
Hey, coaches.
I'm like, who's this guy? Who's got in his head? Yeah, but it's like the old saying, like, look good, feel good. It's like, look, it's not going to be easy to get here, but once you get here, you're going to feel better.
Yeah.
And then hopefully, that picks up their motivation to want to keep going. Because, like, I don't know, whenever I achieve a goal, I'm like, what's next? Well, what's bigger? Like, I just got a new car. Like,
That's bigger.
that's just a start. Like, let's look at something bigger for like investment property or whatever it may be. Just something bigger, because there's always, to me, there's always something
There's
to
always
do.
a stepping stone.
Yeah, always a stepping stone, for sure. And like, I mean, if it's a fitness goal, like let's be real now. Like, it's not going to be the hardest thing if you're trying to. Yeah,
It's just all up top.
yeah. It's like
What is your
starting a
current fitness
family.
goals?
And mine.
Yeah.
Mine low key change every day.
Yeah.
They change every day. I mean, I just started ice baths, so like that was one thing, was to take more care of like recovery.
Oh, you told me that on the weekend,
Never
actually.
used to.
Yeah.
care
But now
about
you're
it.
getting older. You're like,
Yeah, I'm like, well, I
breaking
need
down.
to start.
Yeah.
Just, again, like I tell my clients, just prevent the injury when you're older. Let's hope I have a back by I'm 40, but yeah. And even that puts you in like that, I don't want to say meditative state, but also like if you can achieve doing an ice bath, they are cold, then like what can't you achieve then? Like what's next?
Oh, 100%.
Like
Because it's like a mental
Like,
thing that you have
it's-
to go through.
all minds,
Yeah.
Yeah.
all mind games.
Do you feel
That's
like
all
the
it is.
meditation has like motivated you or given you like this new
Yeah.
spark?
New life.
Why is that?
I don't know, man.
Yeah,
It's weird.
it's weird to explain to people. Like,
You can't. It's just it's a switch
It's a
in your
feeling.
head that just flicks over.
yeah,
Again, like used to get nervous before doing anything.
Yeah.
Now I'm like,
I was
I,
gonna,
I guess I just don't care what people think.
yeah,
Or like
That's mad.
because I'm not going to see you tomorrow, or if I do, I still don't care.
Mm.
But yeah, a lot of that stemmed from the pub I work at. The owners all got changed over. All these new people, corporate people came in, kind of ruined it. So then I'm like, oh, well, then I don't care now because you guys ruined it. So
yeah.
why would I care
Mm.
about this? I'm just going to come in, do what I want to do what I need to do, and then go home. And I guess it started from that.
Well,
I remember when you first came to us, and I was talking to you about how I like to throw my coaches in the deep end
Mm.
straight off the bat, and you're like, "That's me. I love getting thrown in the deep end." And
Well,
you-
I mean, you have to.
yeah,
It's just getting over it. Like the was it comfortability zone, comfort zone?
comfort
Is that
zone. Yeah, step out of your comfort
Bro,
zone.
once you start doing that, everything just becomes easier.
mm,
I'm still struggling. I haven't done any social media content, and I don't know. I just don't know. I don't know. I can't see myself sitting on a screen. I'm going to struggle watching these shorts on or
you
like
gonna
on
repost
Instagram
it
and see
on your-
my head there. I'm like, oh my god,
Are you gonna repost it on your page?
bro. Maybe depends what kind of night I'm having. I might see it. Go, hey, you know what? Let's see it.
I like
What's
this one.
happening?" Yeah. I mean, it's different. I don't have a whole page, like separate page to my own Instagram.
Yeah.
So like everyone from school or whoever it may be, like will see it.
Mm.
And I'm like over that now because I haven't seen you for 4 years.
starting something fresh is obviously another step that would put you outside the comfort zone. Is it
Yeah.
something that you've thought of,
The what?
like doing something different, like
Yeah. I would
social
love to be
media
like.
wise or-
I guess it's the only bad thing is like you see people who are doing social media that have made it, and you're like, wow, I cannot be bothered to do all the work that goes towards it.
Yeah.
But I guess that's like the best part of it is the journey.
it's part of the stress?
It's a very humbling experience. Even facing people, like, bro, the internet is a wild place,
Mhm.
and people's opinions, like,
Mm.
they don't care if it hurts or
Yeah.
your feelings or whatever.
Mm. I went through a bit of a detox phase on social media. I couldn't hack it. I was like, no, I'm not doing it. I got to go off for
Yeah.
about 2 months. 2
Even though you
months.
post 50 times a week.
I was off for about 2 months, and then I started to
I
recognize
see your
what
head every day on Instagram.
Yeah, I see it every day. It's like almost every third post now. I'm like, oh, there's Brendan.
That's true. You do see me every day. Hello, hi. The reason I say that I took 2 months off was because I disconnected from my own personal account. Like I realized that social media was a tool at that stage.
Is this recent?
This is probably about a year ago.
Oh, no, I did.
Yeah.
All right.
And I learned that Instagram and social media and all those platforms are actually useful tools.
Mm.
You surround yourself in that environment, you'll be sucked into the fucking bad of the environment.
Mm.
Mm.
Social media is a very vicious place. But then pulling myself away from that, because I used to be very obsessed, learned that how powerful it was as a tool to educate myself, to reconnect with people that I never thought I could reconnect with, be able to do stuff like this and actually project the fact that I'm trying to help
journey,
people,
education.
my journey, education, all that stuff.
You can make money on it now.
That too.
Who would have thought?
Who would have thought?
Imagine telling your parents. Back
Yeah.
in the
Hey,
day.
mum, I'm posting a video. I'm getting paid.
Yeah, they're gonna be like, no, you're not. Shut up. Go to uni.
That's not how it works.
Nah, my parents weren't very pressuring in that at all. Like they were very chill. My dad works very hard, like same as my mum. Like mate, I see my dad only on the weekends. Monday to Friday he's gone.
Yeah.
And mum is like, she gets up like, bless me, I don't even know her age, mid-50s or early 50s, and she's still getting up at 5:30 in the morning, either going for a walk or going to the gym herself.
Yeah.
And then works from whatever it is 8:30 till sometimes 6, and then
Yeah.
comes home and cooks dinner and stuff. Like
Do you see a lot of attributes from your parents in you?
not before, but now, yeah,
Yeah, getting older, you see it.
yeah.
But when you're younger, you're like, oh, I'm just
Leave me
myself.
alone.
Yeah.
Fucking
Yeah,
leave me
yeah.
alone.
Leave me alone, mom.
Get away from me.
I'm nothing like you, Dad.
Yeah. But
Then
no,
you
you
wake up and you're
understand.
like, oh, wait a second.
Yeah.
I am like them.
Yeah. No, the best thing is the lectures. We have a running joke in our family. Like when Dad rings you, it's like, is it going to be an hour call? And it's always going to be a lecture. But when you actually
What are
stop
you doing
and
today, Matt?
actually listen to the message that he's trying to prove,
Yeah.
it makes a lot more sense now,
Yeah.
especially being in the real world.
Mm.
That's what he said. He's like, listen, people do not care.
Yeah.
So when I
They're
bring home
ruthless.
problems from the club, he's like, you think that's bad?
Mm.
Like, you have not even scratched the surface yet.
Yeah.
And it's like wild. Like, I don't know. It's good. It's also good. Like, I mean, it's a good support system, obviously.
Yeah.
100%.
But yeah.
I wanted to ask you a little bit of a deep question just to sort of finalize this this podcast. But if you could watch this in maybe 3 years' time, what would you say to your future self?
Well, he's been meditating. He's already talking to his future self.
No, I haven't broken that barrier yet. It takes a little bit.
That's a tough one to break.
Well, how
Bro,
long have you
that
been doing it
question's
for now?
wild.
The meditation stuff.
Oh, like a week and a half.
Oh, so really.
So like I literally
okay.
it was like the 14th when I told him on Saturday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you saw the benefit of it at a very early stage.
I always thought about it, but then my mate, like we usually go, me and my mate go on these like walks,
Yeah.
like whenever we're free, but it's like man, it's almost like 10-kilometer walks. Like we just walk around the whole of San Susi
Oh, yeah.
at night.
Yeah.
We're probably on the community page. Probably think we're probably robbing things. We're not. We're just
Two
walking
guys
around.
wearing hoodies have been walking around my street for the past.
Honestly, we actually wear hoodies as well. So it's we're all blacked out. It's all Dodge. But if they open the door and listen to what we're saying, we're just loud talking about. Well, he just brought it up, meditation and
Yeah.
stuff. And like I was like, you know what, I'm gonna try it because he does trading as well.
Yeah.
Day trading.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know Vinny. I was
Yeah.
listening to that, but yeah. So like even when Vinny was saying, like, I understand because he goes through it, but he's just determined.
Mm.
It's wild. He does not quit. Like he doesn't. Doesn't matter
Same
what's
with
happened to
Vinny.
him. He
Same with
doesn't
Vinny.
quit.
Mm.
Not
Doesn't
even the
quit.
trading, even just in general life.
Mm.
Like, well, I started Muay Thai because of him, because he was pushing me to get there. He's like, oh, it's fine. But I always thought, like, you know, you go into like a Muay Thai or kickboxing gym or jiu-jitsu or whatever, you think you're going to go in there and get like smashed because, you know, you're the new person.
Mm.
Yeah.
Bro, complete opposite. Like, you could walk in there and they're like,
And be pretty good.
just be you.
Mm.
Fighting experience or not, doesn't matter, just be you. And then again, it's like having a coach.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, I understand why he did that at the end of the session. He's like, oh, why? I'm like, it's a cool down, bro. Like, you
Yeah,
need
yeah.
to like relax. But obviously, that type of coaching is a lot different to what we do.
Yeah.
But yeah. But in 3 years, I don't know. I'll probably make fun of myself, to be honest. Why did I sound like that?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just hoping to be better. Just better.
Better overall.
Yeah. That's all I can hope now.
Meditating.
Yeah. Hopefully I've been to Europe by then.
Meditating. Gone to Europe.
Have an investment property.
Perfect.
Why not?
Now you'll see this snippet in 3 years' time. Be like, I did it.
Yeah, I'm still going to look at it and be like, what am I doing?
Yeah. Still gonna roast yourself.
Yeah, probably.
I think that's the best part of it. Is like,
Hey, 3 years' time, hopefully there's another gym.
oh,
Dynamicrecov gym.
we'll see.
He really wants one, don't you?
Us versus Empire, bro.
The Great War.
Bro, someone's out the corner street holding the signs.
Yeah.
Like, no.
Yeah, that's me.
You'll be out
You'll be
there.
doing
I'll
the
be-
spinning.
You know those guys that like are in those inflatable balloon things and they go like side to side.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's me.
What?
I'm really wearing those things.
Sorry. That was good.
There's a gym that currently do it, and they sit out the front on a bike, and they pedal, and they wave
What?
to everyone.
Oh, honestly,
Like
but
there's assault bikes.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I'm
No,
not going to
not-
lie. Grow up. Honestly, what are you doing? You can't be that
Put that inside
desperate.
the gym, man.
Bro, and you know they're burning, like they're dying doing that.
But I think you can tell like the difference between a business and like just a money driven business or a like personal business.
Oh, bro, I can name you two.
Yeah.
Well, like Empire, and then there's like a different
Yeah.
type. I don't know if I should say it, to be honest. But
Sorry, we can cut it out.
bro, it's
Mm.
the worst cult
Yeah.
I've ever walked into.
Yeah.
The worst. The amount of trainer turnover there. Bro,
Mm.
I don't know how they've kept.
It's like F45. I was there. There was
Bro.
like 10 trainers in the time that I was there.
Yeah.
And I was only there for a year.
Well,
Yeah.
that's how you can tell if the business actually cares about their staff or don't.
Mm.
If their
Yeah.
staff turnover is high.
Oh,
That's in any business
yeah.
though.
100%. That's like us at the club now. It's like
Mm.
Aaron, my mate Huey, and me, the only three from like the start.
The
It's all
beginning.
new people.
Yeah.
Well,
Wow.
D-Steph was there for a bit, But he's smart. He left at a good time. Other like all of our mates have like moved out, and there's just all the new
people coming
younger.
in.
young kids.
And honestly, like I'm 22, but bro, I
Yeah.
look at some of these people that are 19, even 20, and I'm like, how are you gonna function through life?
Mm.
Like, honestly, like they find that place,
You
like
gotta
the
be
work,
a
like
guiding teacher
hard.
for them. You
Like
gotta
it's
be a
not
coach.
hard. Yeah. I'm like, yeah. But again, like being a coach, like anything could happen. Like you got to be on the ball 24/7.
Mm.
You never know what could happen. Like a client could, touch wood, pass out. Like you just never know
Yeah.
what kind of day they're having. That's stress. Serving someone alcohol is not stress.
Mm.
Yeah.
You don't even know what it is.
You're helping others de-stress.
Yeah, exactly. I'm trying
'Cause
to
they
prevent
use it as a
someone
coping
from.
mechanism.
Yeah. But yeah,
If there was one bit of advice that you would give people that are starting to become PTs, what would it be?
have patience, for sure.
The big one.
Patience.
Mm.
Patience. Is a
Trust me,
virtue.
it is going to. You're going to hate it in your own mind, even though it's not that bad.
Mm.
But you need to be patient. Like people don't just come to you. Like you actually have to work.
Mm.
As much as it sucks to sound, you have to work for sure because
It's like even a trade. Like
yeah,
you've got to be an apprentice for 4 years before you can actually.
yeah, of
like-
course. And I would never do an apprenticeship. That's a different type, obviously.
Yeah, but
That
this
is
is kind of
different.
like your.
But that's how you learn.
yeah.
Like you got to go through that.
Well,
You
it's-
gotta go through the dog shit to
Yeah.
get the good stuff.
But also like failure is inevitable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're gonna fail, unfortunately.
Mm.
You're
Even though
gonna
you
get
might
rejected.
get the first 5 clients and you think you're flying, just wait.
Mm.
Because it'll happen where you'll get humbled very quickly.
Yeah.
And yeah, I don't
And
know.
that's happened
just-
to every coach out there.
Of course. Well, how do you learn? Like you have to go through.
If you
that.
think you're the best,
Yeah.
you're eventually gonna realize, hey,
Yeah.
life's not that easy. Man.
Oh, I know it sucks and it's not the best thing to say, but like if you lose clients, like that also helps you as a person
Yeah.
Mm.
because then like
Builds resilience.
yeah, no matter what the
Teaches
reason
you
is,
what you did wrong.
which has happened to me, like no matter what the reason is financial, left the face of the earth, but or anything like that.
That was
like,
a funny one.
Yeah, like not everyone's like untouchable. Like people could leave,
Mm.
100%.
and also like just I don't know, building the good foundation with the people
Yeah.
and understand that people actually have holidays.
Mm.
So no matter your routine with them every week, they could dip for 3 weeks or they could go somewhere for a month or even have the week off.
Learning how to like manage your scheduling.
Yeah,
And
but
all
even
that
understand, like even when they get back, if they like ask them when they're getting back and then send them the message,
stuff. Mm.
Yeah.
like to make sure we're all sweet. And all of my clients are good by that. They when they say they're going, like they're going.
Mm.
But not everyone is. I've been pretty blessed with the clients that I have. To be honest, like I don't have any issues with any of them at all.
Yeah.
But there are people out there that can be a struggle, and also like if you're doing mobile, good luck. It is fun, but yeah, no, it's a good gig for sure.
How would you
Easy.
say your time has been with us from the beginning to now? Because you said you never heard of mobile personal training prior to us.
No, I didn't think. I always just thought in gym
Yeah.
for sure. Well, that was my plan, was in gym. But then I had a phone call with someone, and they were like, "Oh, you got to understand the difference between working for the gym and then working in the gym. It's two different. You have to pay rent, and you have to get your own clients.
Yeah.
Mm.
So yeah, it's very pros and cons. But to me, I don't know. Mobile's good because you have the freedom. Like you're not stuck inside the gym.
You learn a lot about yourself and the
Yeah.
time and how how
You
important
really know how
time
to
is.
drive as well.
Mm.
Learn to
Yeah.
drive. Yeah.
Put a lot of K's on your freaking car.
Yeah, I love that for sure. Yeah, but I mean, obviously being in a gym, I don't want to say it's easier, but it is because you're already there.
Mm.
So you got a client at 12, they're going to rock up at 12. You don't have to go anywhere. Another one's at 2, whatever it is. When your schedule is 6 a.m., then 10 a.m., then 2 p.m., it can get very like rough. But I mean, you just learn to live with it. It's just adapting to it.
Yeah.
It's just like, like, it's Friday. They're going to be stuck in peak hour traffic at 4 p.m. But no, man, like, it's not that bad, to be honest. But yeah, it's good. It's been breezy, I'd say. But I don't know, I guess it's different for me compared to like when you hire new trainers. 'Cause I knew you guys before, and we have mutuals and all that.
I feel like apart from the fact that we had mutuals and stuff like that, we try and make everyone feel like
Yeah.
they're already mates with us, like
Of
prior,
course.
because well, like we've had bosses in the past that have just been like strict, straight to 180, and
I've
it's just,
hated my bosses.
it's uncomfortable, bro.
Yeah,
like we are able to sit here and do a podcast and have a chat with you and learn about you and dive into the minds, and we've already done it with three other coaches of ours.
Well,
And
he said we had his old boss on the podcast, and he said to us, if you wouldn't have a beer with your coaches, they're not the right coach.
Yeah, that's true.
I think that's where we sign off.
Yeah,
Christmas
sorry.
party 2024.
Something went through my head there. I saw all flashes of you. But no, it's,
Sinking them.
you made us lose
How
our
are you?
table.
How are you thinking him?
No, I'm not going to.
That's wild.
That was wild. Cut that one.
Made us lose our table, and then we got stuck standing on the stairwell.
But see, like that's the best thing. You create memories with people that understand you as a person, and obviously what your
And
goals are,
accept you for who you
and
are.
accept you for who you are.
Of course.
Within reason.
Trust me. Especially some clients. But yeah. Nah, it's all good. I gotta go suss out Empire.
Go now.
I'll go. I'm still waiting for this car, so I'm like, I haven't checked my phone, get an email. But dude, car salesman, bro, they're
the
so
worst,
quick
eh?
to sell you the car, but they're so bad at giving it to you. I'm telling you.
The process is so much
Oh, if I
longer.
don't get it by tomorrow or Saturday,
You're gonna lose your shit.
I'm showing up. I don't even care. I'm putting my car through the front window. I'm like, I'm taking that one. Nah, but yeah, that was good.
Good little potty, mate.
Yeah, mate.
Thanks, Matt.
No worries.
Thank you guys for listening to this week's episode of the Evolv Podcast.
Brendan and I have loved having you throughout this whole podcast. Make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe. And if friends are interested, share it around.
Yeah, make sure you share and tag us on your Instagram posts, and I'll see you soon.
See you guys. Little boogie to finish.